Good morning and welcome to JDTV News. I'm Kendall and this is my co-host Calvin. Calvin, where'd you go? Oh, well I guess Calvin's not here. Anyway, today we will share more information on the House Bill team that went to Florida, the National Honor Society, and the Science Fair and JDHS graduation. All that and more on this week's JDTV News. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Did you know that there's only 13 school days left until the end of the school year? For all you non-seniors out there. For seniors, there's only 10 school days left until graduation. In other news, you might have heard about the house build class or that they went to Florida during spring break. JDTV's Zach went with them.
For the last 3 years, Mr. Bullock has taken a few students on a very special trip to Florida. Over spring break, a few students flew to Florida to build a house for Habitat for Humanity. The JDHS house build class has been here at the school for over 5 years. They build a house every year for low-income citizens. They have a house on the market as we speak, out in Lemon Creek. Sam Bibb, a house build student, explains why he likes to go to Florida to help out for Habitat for Humanity.
Because I went last year and I love building houses, and this trip offers a great experience in a warm place, and I get to build a house for a good cause.
The student team did easy jobs consisting of sweeping, as well as more advanced jobs like redoing the roof and painting the interior of the house. These students included Adriana Botello Alvarez, Jacob Cheeseman, Dracar Dela Castillo, Michael Anderson, Jasmine Brown, Sam Bibb, who seems to be missing in this picture, and myself. The whole crew worked very hard the entire time in Florida and now is ready to apply their skills in the workforce. It wasn't just hard work. They got to have some fun at the beach. The house build class will be building another house next year as well. Make sure you go sign up and join.
Thanks, Zach. If you are interested in this class and would like to find out more, talk to Mr. Bullock in the metal shop. You may have seen a lot of tie-dyed shirts around recently. These are to promote JD's spring play, Imaginary Invalid. We told you about this last week. If you missed yesterday's opening, the Imaginary Invalid will be showing today at 7 p.m. and 2 shows tomorrow at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. You can buy tickets at the door for $15 if you don't already have one. The show will be in the JDHS auditorium. For those of you who still have a library book out, and there is quite a few, they need to be turned in soon or you'll be denied access to your PowerSchool account. The deadline is the end of school. As you may know, every year JDHS students work to compete in the Southeast Alaska Regional Science Fair. JDTV went out to find out more about how students can accomplish this and what is in the future for the participants.
On Saturday, March 1st, the annual science fair took place in the Marie Drake Gym. Students from all over Juneau worked the majority of the year to complete their projects. Mr. Smith teaches physical science at JDHS, and for about 18 years he's been working with students all year on their individual projects.
The second week of the school year, we start thinking about topic ideas.
Honors Physical Science and Honors Biology are required to do a science fair project, but anyone who wants to can do one. The students go through a set process in order to finish their projects on time.
Well, each of the pieces of the project is broken down into several pieces. The first thing students do is they narrow themselves down into topics of interest. The second thing they do is come up with some possible questions within those topics. Those questions don't have to be great questions, but they have to be questions that show an understanding of the topic to a certain degree. And then the students go out and find a mentor. And then the mentor and the student together create the best question they can. And then the student gathers equipment, they put in an application, they get approved, then they start the experiment, they gather data, then they analyze the data, make a conclusion, put together a notebook, Somewhere in there, they do an extensive background report, and then they do their visual display at the very end and present.
After the science fair, students and their families gathered in the UAS library to be rewarded for their work. Many awards were given out throughout that evening, and lastly, the Intel Awards were given out. The Intel Awards were the highest awards given out, and students who received those awards will move on to the International Fair in Los Angeles this weekend.
I'll be accompanying the students to the International Fair in Los Angeles, and we will be leaving on the 10th of this month, and we'll be staying until the 16th. Oh, excellent. Yeah, we had a good crop of projects, a lot of hard work from a lot of students and community members. I think it went really well.
Good luck to the students going to the International Science Fair in Los Angeles this weekend. National Honor Society signups are going on right now. Will spoke to Mr. Sherson for more information.
It's an organization for kids, students with 3.5 GPA or higher, and we look at 4 different areas: scholarship, which is a 3.5 or higher, service, leadership, and character. In the application period, you pick up an application from me, fill it out, and bring it back to me before the deadline, which will be next fall. We're looking for students who have a minimum of a 3.5, preferably a little bit higher, people who are service-oriented, leadership-oriented, and have good character.
Well, thanks everyone for sharing more information with me and our viewers. I wish Calvin could have seen it. Moving on to more events for JD students. Tonight at JHS, the soccer teams are playing Sika at 4:30, 6:15, and 8 p.m. There is also a softball game versus Sika at 7 p.m. on the Adair Kennedy Field. The spring plays tonight in the JDHS auditorium at 7 p.m. It's $15 at the door. Tomorrow there is softball games at 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 1 p.m., and 4 p.m. and 7 p.m., all at the Adair Kennedy Field. Also, soccer games at 1, 2:45, 4:30, and back at JHS, there is another showing of the spring play at 2 and 7 p.m. On Tuesday, there is a soccer game versus Thunder Mountain at 7 p.m. Also remember that pink slips are due. Wednesday is scholarship nights for all the seniors that are going to be awarded scholarships. And there is a soccer game versus Thunder Mountain at 7 p.m. at the Adair Kennedy Field. Also at 7, the music concert is in the JD Auditorium. There's a lot of activities going on this week. I wonder if the weather will hold out for us. William is out in the field experiencing the weather firsthand. How does the forecast look, William?
Thanks, Kendall. This weekend's weather is looking very warm and sunny. We are definitely seeing a change in the weather from going from spring into summer. This weather is going to continue. We have a high of 69 and a low of 46 today. Tomorrow we are seeing a high of 68 and a low of 45. And on Sunday we are seeing a high of 69 and a low of 55. That's all for the weekend's weather. Back to you in the studio, Kendall.
Get inside so you don't burn. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this week. To see past shows, go to www.jdhsvideo.org and follow us at Twitter at jdhsvideo. Tune in next week for Liam and Brett for the second to last show of the year. Have a nice day.